Welcome to this channel. The channel is for education and culture based on historical and scientific evidence. Today, I'd like to share with you on what is the truth of Wing Chun technical. So for those who is interested on Wing Chun, with this information here on, you know what is going on, and thus you can actually using this as a GPS to get a directions for yourself. Now, the reason why I want to share this today is this. In today's world, Wing Chun is filled with a lot of empty claim, which is have no content, empty claim without content. And then it's up for people to present their idea and then making all sorts of argument or illogic argument, try to legalize what they are saying. So that's what happened in Wing Chun today, okay? First, anti-claim, and then they will tell you about their thinking, what they believe, and then they will argue or doing anything, everything to legalize what they are saying. And if you look at the Wing Chun today, people is doing this for past many decades. And due to this, everybody have their opinion and their belief, and they try to legalize, and sometimes they even attack other people just because they want to legalize whatever their belief, which is heaven knows. Does it got anything to do with Wing Chun? Now, yesterday in an Asia forum, I told somebody that Feng Xiuqing and Dai Fa Ming Gam have no say on what exists in the Red Book 1850. Feng Xiuqing and Dai Fa Ming Gam have no right, no say on it is Wing Chun, Praise the Spring, or Wang Chun, Eternal Spring. The name is always Wing Chun, the martial art of the opera singer. Dai Fa Ming Gam or Feng Xiuqing have no say on is it Wang Chun or Wing Chun. So guess what? He come back with all kinds of nonsense argument and the using different example, try to reason or argue like a lawyer. So I asked him, are you serious? This is Red Book. This is anti-Qing. The Qing is killing the anti-Qing and even common people big time just for themselves. The Qing, no, it's history. And are you telling me that you have this Dai Fa Ming Gam at that time with Li Man Mao and Yip Gam and so forth, anti-Qing and the Chai Fat people in the Fine Jade, and he taught a Qing official, which is exactly anti-Qing or Taiping uprising people. So that means Dai Fa Ming Gam is teaching Feng Xiuqing, who is the anti-Qing, the Wing Chun martial art or Wang Chun martial arts, and then he use it to kill your own brother. Do you think it make any sense? Do you think that in according to ancient Chinese that your Feng Xiuqing and Tai Fan Mingam is a traitor? And will you accept this traitor thing in the history in China or even in other parts of the world? Will you be able to accept that? Within your group of army, you have this one guy teaching the member of the other party, your opposition party, to this martial arts you have, and then that guy is joining to killing your party. Does it make any sense? It doesn't make any sense in the Chinese history. If you do that in the Chinese history, at least since the Song Dynasty 1,000 years ago, you're going to get stamped as traitor, especially martial artists or general. It's a big time, okay? And then now you tell me that it's Wing Chun, eternal spring, because Feng Xiuqing said that. Are you out of your mind or what? You want to make Tai Fa Mingam and the Feng Xiuqing a traitor of the entire anti-Qing or the Chinese? You know what is the problem? This person who tried to argue and using this example and that example don't even know that. It's ridiculous. This anti-Qing with Choi Lei Fat, Li Man Mao, Yit Gam in the Fine Jet is 1850s. Tai Fa Mingam is somebody you can track teaching Wing Chun, as we call it, in the 1875. It's 20 years later. And Feng Xiuqing is his student. And you know that in the 1850, the Chinese at that time have mentality is, I want to anti the Qing, kick the Qing out from China, return me my country. But at around 1875, 1880s, the mentality have changed because they lost the Opium War. The mentality have changed that we support the Qing and to destroy the foreigner, like the Westerner. So that's why you have the Boxer Labyrinth, those type of thinking. So how the world is, you put these people 20 years apart and then make the Tai Fa Mingam and the Feng Xiuqing as the boss of Wing Chun, which is 20 years before, which is in the 1850. You got it? And if you're keeping saying that, oh, Feng Xiuqing have the say, Tai Fa Mingam have say, you are actually doing a disservice. It's backfire. Why? You want to be called traitor now? You just screw up Tai Fa Mingam and you screw up Feng Xiuqing. Am I right? So this is how ridiculous it is. There's no support there and everybody have their say, and then they try to find any sneaky reason, try to legalize what the nonsense. Because of what? Because everybody want to boost themselves. My lineage. So right now, good, you get yourself into big problem. You want to say you have a say of Wing Chun, call it Wing Chun Eternal Spring. Good. You want the Tai Fa Mingam and Feng Xiuqing forever, including your grandmaster of your entire lineage, is called traitor in the Chinese history. You want that? This is called idiotic of do not know what is going on in the history. And now you do that claim, you make it backfire, and your entire lineage and even your grandmaster in the lineage, everybody going down. Because of what? Because of do not study history. Just keeping thinking one want to promote oneself as a better than other people. Oh, I have the real one. It's really idiotic, okay? So today I want to share with you. Remember what I say today. And don't make the idiotic mistake like all these people who based on empty claim and then doing all kinds of lawyer argument, try to legalize whatever. So as what I say, in this case, they try to legalize that Feng Xiucheng have a say of is Wing Chun or Wang Chun. It has to be Wang Chun, eternal spring, because Feng Xiucheng is the student of Dai Fa Ming Gam. Dai Fa Ming Gam is a student of Ji Sim from Shaolin, so he have a say. And that's why I say, I'm arguing, I'm telling people history. I'm not trying to screw Feng Xiucheng or Dai Fa Ming Gam. On the reverse, I try to get you out from the trap. So you want to be #1 Wing Chun guy who be able to have a say of Wing Chun, and in the same time, you fall into the traitor of all Chinese. You like that? See which one is better. The best, the guy who have say of Wing Chun and in the same time is a traitor of the entire anti-Qing Chinese. You want to be in that position? Your ancestor want to be in that position? Okay, so this Wing Chun, Wang Chun stuff is really ridiculous already. We need to know, since 1850 to 1972, there are 3 documents in Wing Chun. We are not here talking, I'm not here, I never like to talk about lineage, as you guys say, you guys know. We want to talk history. Why? As what I just explained, only you know the history, you're not going to screw your own ancestor and screwing yourself because you step into some kind of mind and still thinking you are great, but you are in the mind already. So in the 120 years between 1850 and 1972, there are 3 documents. With these 3 documents, we know clearly what is Wing Chun. We can track the evidence because it's like in mathematics, it's called interpolations. And we can do interpolations and extrapolations. We know what it is. Okay? Nobody can BS now because we have this 3 point. And this 3 point is not Hendrik's works. This 3 point exists in the history. So let me tell you what it is. Now, let's start with one thing. Everybody talk about Wing Chun, Wing Chun. When there is no content there, no what, why, how, and all those details, it's like I keeping telling the Zhang Weili, okay? Without telling you who she is, who, without showing you the photo. And now I'm going to ask you to choose. Is this Zhang Weili, this goddess Zhang Weili, or this is Zhang Weili? Which one is Zhang Weili? Same thing, asking a question. Like, is this Wing Chun or is this Wing Chun? Which one is Wing Chun? Well, if you don't know the content, now you got a serious problem. Which one is Zhang Weili? Well, of course, you have to know enough data about Zhang Weili to be able to figure out and to know who is Zhang Weili. Same thing with Wing Chun. Okay. So right now in Wing Chun is a lot of people will have their own opinion, and then as an analogy, most will think this is Zhang Weili or this is Wing Chun and don't know that this is a real Zhang Weili. Okay. So 1850, we have this Xu Lim Tao document in the Red Book prior to the uprising. And with this, we know the salutation, the identity, and it is a female art because of our salutation. You see, this is in the ancient, the female salute this way. The ancient don't do this and do this, all this thing. The female in the ancient, they do this if they are Chinese. Okay, so that's quite called female art. So the same thing, the female art. So we know the identity, the salutations, the anti-Qing. And because we have this document, we can link it to Shaolin, link it to Qi Ji Guang, link it to Buddhism, link it to Taoism, and we know that the mother art of Wing Chun is Shaolin for fighting. The body conditioning is from Mei, and Shaolin is a descendant of the offspring of the Qi Ji Guang. So we have the entire thing on the hand issue from heart. You have to keep close to your heart and solve all kinds of stuff. Okay, we have that. Because of that, we know. Because all this is history again. Okay, this is like you find this and then you just track it up. You don't even have to extrapolate. You just track it up and it show you. And then we know that this is a called sticking body short strike from Shaolin. And then from Qi Ji Guang, you know that your Bong Sao and your Kei Zhang. And then you make that into today, you know, this is the mean of fighting, how to handle the momentum. This is a body condition, conditioning. And then you can map into the scientific. And then you know that is like there's a polymetrics there, training because you need to have your speed, your jump, your push, for power, your rotation, change direction, your direct, whatever. So with this, you know what it is from the document of 1850. Okay. So this is Chinese culture, Chinese history, data point. Got nothing to do with whose lineage. Now, it comes 1890. You know that the Snake Crane Wing Chun secret note is written. And this secret note is recording the teaching of Dai Fa Ming Gam since the 1875. It's no longer 1850. It's 20 years later. And you know that at that time, it is already changing the attitude of the Chinese at that time, of changing into, instead of anti-Qing, as 20 years ago at 1854, this is 1875, it is love your country. Do not teach this art to the foreigner, meaning the Westerner, okay? And then inside that document, inside this document, that there's 3 sets. Xu Lim Tao, Cham Kiu Biu Ji. Xu Lim Tao is the little thought, the little idea name was used. And the descriptions the song for the Xiu Nim Tao is here. Now from here, we know, number one, they already do not call it the the essence of detailed training, but leader thought. It has become 3 sets since 1875. And over here, you know that this is describing the movement with snakes and crane. It have no longer have the 6 core element, the 6 core element of the 1850. It no longer have the 6 core element of the 1850. It no longer have the Keizang of the 1850. It no longer doing the Bongsao as the 1850, which is following the Qi Ji Guang and the Shaolin short strike stuff. Okay, and over here in this description, it say that it is 9 rotations. Okay, the description 9 rotation. You know this is actually based on here, 1850. Rotating and spiraling, following the breathing and the qi flow. But at the 1890 or 1875, they no longer have that qi part, the breathing part, and the snake slide warm move from the Ermei, but they describe it. Describe the explicit movement, but whatever inside there is no longer there, and the momentum is no longer there. This is black and white, okay? And it doesn't have the breathing and qi and so forth, so forth. Now, the 3 sets we know. Wing Chun at that time, be it from the Yin Ki San lineage, You Chui lineage, or Yip Man lineage, is using that as the platform. So that's why today all Wing Chun have the Xiu Lin Tao Cham Qiu Biuji. That's the platform they use, the Dai Fa Min Gam platform. But Dai Fa Min Gam is not a trader. Dai Fa Min Gam is not a trader. Dai Fa Min Gam is somebody who lived 20 years after the uprising when he's teaching, or teaching 20 years after the uprising. So he have no say of his called Wing Chun or Wang Chun, and he's not a trader either. He's just another opera actor who teaching his art, but his art is no longer whatever it is 1850s. As we know, we compare content, technical content with technical content. And we know that later in the beginning of 1900, where you have the 3 leaders of Wing Chun, Yin Kei San, You Chui, Yip Man, they are using this platform to further evolve for their own style of Wing Chun, or their own lineage of Wing Chun. That is black and white, okay? So that's what it is. And the 3rd document is the interview of Grandmaster Yip Man, 1972. So over here, Grandmaster Yip Man talk about the hand issue from heart. The hand issue from heart. And also about the Wing Chun. The Wing Chun handling of the body and strength is like handling the rattan. R-A-T-T-A-N, rattan. You know, that plant. Let me check. Am I right? Rattan. So I don't mislead you, okay?
Rattan.
Rattan. So he's talking about the Wing Chun, the body, the Wing Chun body and handling of the strength is like rattan, okay, rattan. Yeah, like rattan. Okay, and one critical thing he say here too. The Wing Chun, according to him at his time, is the Tan Pong Fuk is receiving the opponent's attack like a rattan receiving the force into the rattan. And then it can bounce back, spring back, shoot back. Okay? And here he further said, Wing Chun is soft, but it is not like no strength. And it is like rattan, okay? Rattan. And over here, he also said, come receive. Okay, accept, come accept is receive. So what is this? Your rattan, your orders, again, that is matching on the snake. It match up to the 1850s. The snake slide won't move. Those type, you develop those type of strength. And when you talk about the strength under the elbow, over here is called the strength under the sleeve. Okay, which is from Mei Zhuang. Strength under the sleeve. So, you know, if you're interested in that, is in this book, translated, whatever in the 1850. This book, okay? It is translated here, you know, if you're interested in whatever in the 1850. Now, so this snake slide won't move stuff. It passed down, even though it lost a lot of content there in the 1890. It passed down the shape of it, and then at Grandmaster Yip Man time, it described differently as rattan, and that is the descriptions of the Grandmaster Yip Man. So you know what it is like. You describe it differently. Some is less content, some is more content, but you know what it is. Okay. Now, Grandmaster Yip Man also say that this is a hand issue from heart, and a hand placed on the middle. Well, so that fit again to the 1850s. 1850 clearly tell you hand issue from heart, and then you know all those things with the momentum and all those when you fight, you have to put in your heart. All this is from the Shaolin Sword Strike. Now, what Grandmaster Yip Man present here in the interview is not in this thing. It's not in this 1850s writing, okay? Now, so we know that like in this Grandmaster Iman's his art, he's using the 3 sets. However, he is using the 3 sets of the Taifa Mingam. However, he got something parallel from other, I would say the other teacher. So that's why he have the heart issue from heart, and then he be able to describe this the strength is like the rattan and so forth. So from these 3 descriptions, we know what is going on, isn't it? 1850, we know what is the teaching of 1890, it break Taifa Mingam. At that time already it become 3 sets, and as anybody who do that, we don't know. We only know there's a writing that Taifa Mingam teaching that. Now, if you don't see other writing, there for sure is him who is the person who make that. Unless you find out other details, other evidence. Now, when you go to Grandmaster Iman time, you know Grandmaster Iman is using the same 3 sets of the Taifa Mingam, but Grandmaster Iman have the fish issue from heart, the rattan, the under sleeve, under elbow strength, zhang bei leg, and all those kind of stuff, and or the heart issue from heart, the fish issue from heart. So it is like it is, but you can track it back from all this piece, and you can go back into or say, oh yeah, now I know this is from here, this is from here, but the content is missing or is partial, but you still be able to track it. That's the truth of Wing Chun. Who is the most authentic? Forget about it. Who cares? What we care is that what is the technology? And Grandmaster Iman share what he knows. And in 1850s, the snake crane ancestors share what is known. Because of that, we interpolate, we see what it is. And we see, oh, this guy, he have this, what he have. This guy, what he have. And if you don't have the 1850, you cannot connect to Qi Ji Guang, Shaolin Short Strike, and Buddhism and Taoism. And you don't know how to develop that snake body, the snake slide won't move. I wouldn't call it snake body, but snake slide won't move. Now, for example, if you do not know the content of the 6 core element and handle the snake slide won't move, the body, the mind, the chi, like the other day, I another YouTube, how the chi flow, again, is here, okay? I mean, it's just technology, you know, don't make it any kind of secret. All this thing. If you don't know this, you will not be able to develop the rattan body or rattan hand. Why? Look at today. Can your structure and your mind power, like you have a rack and your mind power, can you turn that into a spring just because by your thinking of it? If your body have a structure like a rack, how can it become a rattan? If you look at Grandmaster Iman's description, it's a rattan, you push, it's springy. It's not like, oh, I have this structure, the force coming down to my ground, and then I want to use my yi or my mind power to whatever to do it. Well, rattan is a natural stuff. It's not a rack, make believe a rattan. And you need to know how to receive, not forward pressure. The rattan shoot back, spring back. It is not a forward pressure. So from that, you know that, just look around. How many people who claim that they are following Grandmaster Ip Man really follow Grandmaster Ip Man? So again, many things is just, this is the claim. And then it's hollow here, empty space. Everybody made up their stuff. And then everybody have their reasons, try to legalize whatever they are saying. And then they fight here. But ultimately, they have no idea who is Zhang Weili. Okay. So ultimately, they have no idea. Is this Zhang Weili or this Zhang Weili? Okay, they both have a last name Zhang. This is Zhang Weili. This is called Zhang Tianai, a popular actor. So by the 1850s, Xu Limtao writing the 1890s Snake Crane, the 1972's Grandmaster Ip Man's interview in black and white. We know what it is. We know the different time, and in different time, what people do. But in the Grandmaster Ip Man time, he is using the Tai Fa Ming Gam's platform, the 3 sets platform, which is like Yin Kei San. And however, he have this fifth issue from Heart, this Rattan Body explained and so forth. So it is not from the 1850s Tai Fa Ming Gam, it's from other line in. So there's the reality. Why do you get into this? Feng Xiu Cheng have all the say. Tai Fa Ming Gam is in the anti-Qing Red Boat. He is a student of Ji Sim. Liang Zhan was taught by 2 students of Ji Sim. Feng Xiu Cheng was taught by 3 students of the Ji Sim. How is that equivalent, Feng Xiu Cheng and Liang Zhan? I have no idea. Do you have a number, records? Like we just now talk about this solid 1850, we have the writing. 1890 have a writing. 1972 we have a writing. So if I want to know something from about Tai Fa Ming Gam's teaching, I'm going to read the Snake Crane Secret Note, not listen to anybody, because they have their own definitions and so forth. And if I want to know about Grandmaster Ip Man's teaching, did Grandmaster Ip Man told you about mind power? No. And you know that Grandmaster Ip Man, what Grandmaster Ip Man say about this receive and everything is like is linked direct to the 1850s Wing Chun, and it linked direct to the Shaolin Sword Strike. So now the issue in the worldwide, the issue right now, even the guy who practiced the 1850s Wing Chun, like from the Zhou family, did they practice the 1850s Wing Chun? Or is just what they think? Again, the same claim. Oh, my Sifu is Yik Kam. My ancestor is Yik Kam. And then under that, it is everybody's creations and try to legalize it by quarreling, fighting, and what nonsense argument. And then sometimes you can even see that a lot of Zhou family guy in Southeast Asia using Grandmaster Ip Man's lineage teaching. That's what happened today. By the truth. Now I'm not saying that who is right, who is wrong. I'm saying that when is this going to end? If you keep doing that, you are not going to go nowhere. You're circling, spiraling around based on your imagination, as what I share with you the photo. Are you sure? Is that Zhang Tianai or it is Zhang Weili? Which one? So disregard our lineage. Everybody have to clean up, to straighten out. What are you doing? You say you are from the Yit Kam. Are you following that? You say that you are from Grandmaster Yip Man. Do you follow what Grandmaster Yip Man present himself, black and white? Have you done receiving? Have you developed the rattan body? If you have a structure and have a, what you call the elbow power, like a rack, how can you develop the rattan body? Well, I mean, human physiological, that's impossible. Well, the Grandmaster Yip Man never say that in his interview. At the same thing, Tai Fa Minh Kam never said that he is in the red boat with the Li Man Mao and Yit Kam and so forth and Tai Ching. He never said that. So why is us the one who come behind that and say making all kinds of stuff and then fight around, quarreling around, just to try to legalize what we said, but we have no idea what is going on. We don't even follow what our Sifu said, because we just want to generate our own. Tai Chi Wing Chun, isn't it? You look at the mind power today. Where is that from? That's from Tai Chi idea. Well, is it okay if somebody wants to develop their own art? Sure. Look at Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee called it what? Jeet Kune Do. Nothing wrong with that. Like Wing Chun. It's a Shaolin sword strike. It took the Hermes body conditioning, put it inside the Shaolin sword strike, still fight like a Shaolin sword strike. Take the Hermes body conditioning. And that's why I call it Wing Chun. But we know that it is, admit that it is from Shaolin sword strike. Instead of saying, well, this is the most authentic Shaolin, what are you talking about? So this is what I like to share with you. I know this might blow everybody apart, but the thing is that if you are not straight on this thing, you don't have future. Because what you sell is only snake oil. Can you base on what Grandmaster Yip Man present? Can you base on what 1890s writing? Can you base on 1850s writing and the Chinese history? If you took away the 1850s writing in here, you will guarantee not be able to link to to trace to the Shaolin sword strike, to the Qi Ji Guang and all those Qi and all this kind of thing. And that's why you look at the Grandmaster Yip Man, even though he used the platform of the Tai Fa Minh Kam as we know today, he know the fifth issue from heart, which is recorded in 1850. And he know about this receiving as in 1850. And the 1890 know that there's a snake stuff, even though they don't know the 6 core element content inside there. So this is to share with you. Think about it clearly, okay? So that only this way you'll be able to stand solid on your own feet. Otherwise, it's always fighting, arguing, bad-mouthing. For what? Let me tell you why is that happen. It's because of lack of confidence. If you are confident, you don't need to badmouth your colleague or your classmate. You say that this is from Yip Man's interview or 1890 or 1850. And then this is how it is. And in my practice, scientifically, I found that this way is more effective. Well, it's acceptable. It's like scientific. You know, this is from Newton's law, and this is the result I got from the laboratory. If something needs to be modified, you say, well, I modified this way because of this is from the laboratory. You find out experiment science. So it doesn't need to have fighting among each other and quarrel and running around. The energy need not to spend there. The energy need to go forward, outward, and go proceed forward. It's not going down there and wasting all the energy. So this is for you.